you knew this video was coming to a channel near you. Anyway, let's get down to business. You got Jump Force, and we got Naruto Ultimate Ninja. Wait. This gonna be a tongue twister for the people that don't know. You got Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. OG Vex made a video on it, and also Afro Sindru brought it up in one of his recent Storm 4 videos. And pretty much, they broke down the difficulties and differences between playing Jump Force and how much tech or skill each game needs. Now, I'm not here to slander Jump Force. Today, Jump Force got a lot of promising things that I like that Storm 4 didn't do, but I'm gonna break it down to y'all like this. So let me give y'all the perfect analogy for how I feel about Jump Force at this current point in time with 1.05 patch. I'm talking about now. So Jump Force to me is like a box of cereal, okay? By the way, I am not affiliated with Frosted Flakes, but if y'all want to come through. You can eat cereal plain, but we all know cereal comes best with that milk, that spoon, and little bowl. Unless you're weird, you want to pour the milk inside the box and eat it, but like, that's too nasty. Like, why would you do that? Anywho, what I'm about to do in today's video is I'm about to break down the similarities between Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 and Jump Force, explaining a little bit in depth on what each game needs for you to play. At the end of the day, they're not hard as 2D fighting games, and they're really simple, but each game got some stuff ingrained into it and ingrained into each archetype of their own version of games. What I mean by that is Jump Force got some raw stuff in it, and Storm 4 got some amazing stuff in it that makes these games completely different. To me, I'm gonna break it down to you, and I'm gonna be real once again. Jump Force was the blueprint of Naruto Storm 4. Legit, that's what it was. And I'm gonna explain why. LGI, let's get it, let go.
Whipping all this double bitty chopper. We fuck all you bitches at the trap house. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. I can't trust you, okay, give you real address. And I'm in that beat like Jerry Stacker. I might fall in love with my trapper.
So before we go any further with this whole breakdown, you probably wondering, Yaya, how in the world is it fair to compare Jump Force to Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4? Now, hear me out. The reason why I say this, and I want to break this down before I go any further, is that if you guys don't know, Naruto Shippuden Storm series, or the Storm series in general, had 6 games, not just 4. There were 4 numbered titles, and there was Generations and Revolution. As to Jump Force only has 1 game. However, I do want to bring up to you guys' attention that Spike Chunsoft legitimately has been around as long as CyberConnect 2, aka CC2, that's been working on the Storm series and Ultimate Ninja franchise in general. Legitimately, they've been making arena fighters for as long as my whole lifetime almost. And if you want to go ahead and use Storm 1 right quick, I just want to break it down that the game is really one of the first games that really blew up back then on PS3. This is PS4. That's a generation gap we're going with there. And then 2, a lot of people are forgetting that with Naruto Storm, the very first game in its own franchise did not have online compared to Jump Force having online. There's a different mindset, competitive breakdown, and aspects to that game that we never will have experienced because Naruto Storm 1 doesn't have online. And I think it's best to compare both games with both competitive natures and aspects to make this video fire. So legit, Storm 4 and Jump Force is what I'll be using for this video. LGI, let's get it, let's go. Now, let me talk about something that I really like about Jump Force. Jump Force, I really like how combos work in this game. And legitimately, what I really like about Jump Force's combos is that they're just not mash one button. Like, yeah, you got an extra button or whatever, but you also have different directional inputs. Naruto Storm has this as well, but at the same time, Jump Force actually creates a little bit more creativity with combos because they're not just in a locked pattern. You can mix up some inputs in between. In Jump Force Storm, you could just have to chakra dash or like try to jump out of it to get a cancel or something like that, which is really harder to do in Naruto Storm 4 versus Jump Force. That's something I really like about Jump Force. They got it there, Chief. Now, another thing I like about Jump Force, I really do, is I like that the game has stage transitions. A lot of video games doesn't have stage transitions in its fighting games. The only game I could think of recently has been the Dead or Alive franchise. And legit, the oldest anime game I could think of that had stage transitions was either the Class of Ninja series way back on freaking Wii. We way past that generation. We like freaking 10 years plus into the future now. And the fact that Spike Chunsoft found a cool and unique way to incorporate that into the gameplay of Jump Force is freaking phenomenal. Storm doesn't have that. Now, this is where the video gets really deep and really technical, and this is some things that I may dislike about Jump Force on a like online competitive, anime gaming community level versus Storm 4. Now, let's talk about blocking in Naruto Shippuden Storm 4. This goes for defense in the air as well and being able to jump. In Naruto Storm 4, you can jump ultimate jutsus, and jumping was really worth it in that game. In Jump Force, it really doesn't feel like a really good mechanic to use to jump unless you're using it in a combo. Jumping in Jump Force could be like a really bad thing for you because one, you cannot block in the air, and two, you could get hit with either a random armor move or an ultimate attack. While as in Storm, they have a thing called guard jump, which was weakened after Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3, by the way, but it's still there, and if you block at the right time and jump and hold, you can literally block the jutsus and attacks. It's pretty much special moves in that game and a lot more. Now, another thing that Storm 4 has done wonderfully that Jump Force failed to do is let's talk about the switching and assist, okay? So, in Naruto Storm 4, right, you could use both assists, meaning L1 was one assist, R1 was another assist. They also made the assist in Death and Storm where they do different things. Like if I picked a support attack with dash cut, it will stop the opponent from being able to dash constantly on my guard. Or if I picked another one that was attack support, it will come out if my gauge is full and help me in my combo to get more damage off. What Jump Force does, and I kind of hate this about it, is that you pick a team, however, you only get one assist. You can't use both assists. And it's really frustrating. It's really annoying that you only get one assist in that game. And it's really crazy that they did it that way. I don't know why, but we ain't gonna go that deep into it. What I really like about Storm over Jump Force is that the freaking assist buttons is not in an awkward place. Everything's feel natural and comfortable in Storm compared to Jump Force. Jump Force has it tied to the L2 button, and also where you try to use support, you have to hold it down and you gotta like tap it to switch. That's kind of weird. While as in Storm, you flick R3, you switch in and out really fast, really quick, and really easy. And if you successfully get a perfect switch in, you get a blue ring confirmation that you got hit and it's your and the chance to attack. Jump Force doesn't really do that. You switch and you don't know if they hit you or not, or if you were blocking, and then you end up in the combo. That's one really frustrating key feature about Jump Force that annoys me, and like it doesn't even give a distinction on when the opponent has switched unless you're really paying attention to it. If everybody's throwing specials off, moves, different types of things in Jump Force, it's gonna be so chaotic that you would probably be like, did the world blow up? And then next thing you know, you turn and see your character getting hit in a combo and you taking that L. That's something I really, like about. Now, let's talk about cutscenes, command grab moves, those type of moves in this game. Because I really don't know what to classify them, but I will just say command grab. So, in Jump Force, a lot of the moves are very cinematic. Like, it's very, very cinematic in the game. Like, everything was too cinematic. And I thought about it. You ever heard this popular Smash YouTuber named Avataryaya? He broke it down and said that the game was too cinematic. I didn't understand that back around E3 time, but now when he came out and I actually played it, everything is too cinematic. So the thing about each move or a lot of moves in Jump Force, it puts you in the cutscene and it disables a lot of other things that goes on the screen. Like prime example, if I hit you with a full screen lightning palm, it might interrupt your assist, and it might interrupt some other character switch or swapping that you have. That's something that's really weird. And also switching at a certain time gives out hit detection and jump force, where say for instance if Aizen was going full screen at you and then I switch, it will go to my other character instead of just be tracking to the character that was already out. And I find that really weird. Now, the best thing about Storm is that it looks graphically way better than Jump Force. And the fact that they're both made on Unreal Engine 4, I don't know what Spike Chunsoft was going with Jump Force. I really think they could have just went with like some cel shaded like game or something way better than what they did. They could even use like the Ultimate Tenkai EG models. I would have rather them use that and give it a more manga-esque, you know, deep and darkened style, since you want the game to be more serious. That's pretty much something I wish they would have done with this game. Last but not least, the last thing I want to talk about with Jump Force is the mobility gauge versus the substitution jutsu. Now you're probably tweaking, you're probably looking at it and be like, oh, here we go, you complained about the mobility gauge. Now, here's the thing about Jump Force. A lot of you guys didn't play the closed betas, but before the open betas, the closed betas had it to where instead of it being tied to your escape, the pink flash that happens in Jump Force, legit, it was tied to your meter. Legitimately, that if you got caught in some combos and you got redirected in the same thing you got out again, you had another chance to get out and fix yourself. Because it just made more sense not to get caught in the same move twice. And what it does in this game is it makes the game so like strategically brain dead in a way, so where if I'm playing freaking Jump Force, the goal is to make the opponent lose just one of his ability escape. Once you use the pink escape, your gauge is pretty much gone. Like it's pretty much gone, and it takes a decent amount of time to come back. So it's only one, and it makes the game really like stagnant back and forth, and it gets really boring. That's why you might hear a lot of people say Jump Force is really mid or really dry right now, and the DLC is coming, and we're not gonna get into that in this video. Legitimately, what Storm does is it's a more advanced version of that, where you have 4 subs, you have 4 chances to get out, as to Jump Force is only really having 1. There's ways to do it and ways to get out, but legitimately the big difference in here is that there's more opportunities and more ways to get your opponents to lose all his subs, and it just keeps the game more fast paced. So while in Jump Force, by it only having 1, it creates this turtle like aka spammy zoning like, I'm throwing up air quotes by the way, playstyle that a lot of people don't like and get frustrated and annoyed with. That's something Storm did, was it made it fast paced, fun, and very action oriented always, as to Jump Force was just really, hey, I got a combo, I subbed out, he could do an ultimate after his combo, now I'm just standing there blocking, waiting to see who's gonna move, who's gonna try to grab each other first. Well, bam, that's literally Jump Force at this point. And one big issue with the mobility gauge and the way it's set up is, in this game you have a thing called where you can do escape dash, or you can I think it was rush, like counter rush or something like that. Your true captain made a video on it. All right, it was really important about rushing down your opponent. I forgot the actual name of the move, but he called it a rush god. And legit, if you use your mobility gauge in that game, it works like a chakra dash. And legitimately, the difference with chakra dash is that if I get hit with a chakra dash, I still have potentially more subs to get out of something. And Storm 4 versus Jump Force, I just get caught and put back into the same combo, which is why I strongly believe Jump Force should go back to how it was closed beta, because that gameplay made it feel somewhat closer to Storm. And legitimately, Nightly Inferno even said it too. As much as a lot of people don't like him or whatever, he did say Jump Force is Naruto Storm 5 but developed wrong. And legitimately, after doing this video, he kind of right. He kind of right. It's like literally the blueprint of the game. They just didn't finish it. And I feel like Jump Force was rushed in so many different aspects. It's crazy. So that's all I got time for. I don't want to make this video too long. It's going to probably be like a 14-15 minute video. Something I want to do for a minute. And it's be a lot of informative breakdown. I could go even more in depth, but I ain't got enough time for that today. It's your boy Avataryaya. See you guys later. You guys are golden, and that is raw. Squalla, peace.